You know, I think it really depends on the context in which you use supply chain logistics. You know, if you watch any NCAA tournament game, you're seeing UPS, Brown, we're logistics. They now have Billy Donovan, I saw the other day, you know, talking to his coaches, and he says, well, that's logistics. Logistics can take on
Billy Donovan was a Shaka's boss, just for
He was. And by the way, congratulations, Shaka re-signed through 23, I think, is that right? Fantastic, great news. Anyway, a great leader, by the way, and leadership is something, I don't want to hijack this question at all, but when I went through school, when Roy went through school, we weren't taught leadership. We learned leadership from our mentors. And you are very lucky today that you have the ability to take classes that talk about leadership and how important leadership is in motivating people and driving them towards the common goals so that your organization can be as successful as possible. The other piece of advice I'd like to give you is that you don't have to be in Roy's position or my position to be a leader in an organization. You can lead from whatever level you are at the organization. You can lead positively, you can lead negatively. Back to the question, supply chain, as we talk about it in our industry, is really what the former traffic department used to do, which is manage the transportation of goods from point A to point B. Sometimes it's between their own facilities, if it's a raw material or an intermediate material that's part of the manufacturing process. Other times it's delivering it from the final place of manufacturing to the customer's facility. So that's what we talk about as supply chain, and we're talking about reducing as much cost, handling the cargo as few times as possible, handing it off as few times as possible. If you think about what we do, we will manage on behalf of the customer the trucking from their warehouse at a point in the Midwest of the United States. We'll arrange for that trucker to pick it up in our container at their warehouse, drive it to our ocean terminal, which is either in Philadelphia or Wilmington, North Carolina, load it on board a ship. The ship will transport it to either Antwerp in Belgium or Liverpool in the UK. We'll discharge it off a ship and then transport it again to either their customer or their affiliate in either the UK or the continental Europe. It may even cross many borders in continental Europe. You've got customs issues, so you've got customs clearance that falls under supply chains or logistics. And what has happened is, as outsourcing in the big global manufacturers has become in vogue, there are a lot of logistics companies that have come in to fill that void. Whereas they staffed it previously with traffic managers and a traffic staff, they now turn it over to a third party who manages everything from point A to point B. So you can come to an asset-based carrier like ourselves. We actually employ the vessels, control the vessels, to somebody who is asset-light, like an NVOCC, who all they do is have people in front of computers, and they're doing much of the same thing, which is managing service providers to take it from point A to point B. But every step of the way, if you think about it, trucking, ocean, trucking on the other side, adds cost to the product that's delivered ultimately on the other side.